downtown by myself, and I had so much time to sit and think about myself. And then there she was, like double cherry pie. There she was, like disco superfly. I smell sexy. Who's that lounging? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Hanging around downtown by myself, and I've had too much caffeine. I was thinking about myself, and then there she was. Platform double suede, yeah, there she was. Like a disco lemonade. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. I smell sex and candy here. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah, mama, this must be my dream. La 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 story of my life. Well, high school seemed like such a blur. I didn't have much interest in sports or school elections. In class, I dreamed all day about a rock and roll weekend. And the girl in the front of the room, so close yet so far, she never seemed to notice this silly schoolboy crush wasn't just pretend. Life goes by so fast, you only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. I went down my old neighborhood. The faces all had changed, no one there's left to talk to. And the pool hall that I loved as a kid is now a 7-Eleven. I went downtown to look for a job. I had no training, no experience to speak of, and I looked at the holes in my jeans and turned and headed back home. Life goes by so fast. You only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. Well, good times come and good times go. I only wish the good times would last a little longer. And I think about the good times we had and why they had to end. So I sit at the edge of my bed. I strumming my guitar, not singing out my love song, thinking about what you're doing now and when you're coming back. Life goes by so fast. You only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. La 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 la. The story of my life. 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 Well, it's been 10 years and 1,000 tears, and look at the mess I'm in. A broken nose and a broken heart, an empty bottle of gin. Well, I sit and I pray in my 37 Chevrolet. Now I'm singing to myself, there's got to be another way. Take away, take away, take away this ball and chain. I'm lonely and I'm tired, and I can't take any more pain. Take away, never to return again. Take away, take away, take away, take away this ball and chain. Well, I've searched and I've searched to find the perfect life. A brand new car and a brand new suit. I even got me a little wife. But wherever I have gone, I was sure to find myself there. You can run all your life, but not go anywhere. Take away, take away, take away this ball and chain. I'm sick and I'm tired and I can't take any more pain. Take away, never to return again. Take away, take away, take away, take away this ball and chain. A winter's day in the deep and dark December. I am alone, gazing from my window into the streets below. On a freshly fallen silent shroud of snow, I am a rock, I am an island. I built walls, a fortress steep and mighty, that none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship, friendship causes pain. It's laughter and it's love and I disdain. I am a rock, I am an island. Don't talk of love, but I heard the words before. Sleeping in my memory, I won't disturb the slumber of feelings that have died. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I am a rock, I am an island. I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I am shielded in my armor, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one and no one touches me. I am a rock, I am an island, and a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. There we go. My girl's got a big mouth with which she gobbles a lot. She laughs at most everything, whether it's funny or not. And if you see her, tell her it's over now. I want a girl who will laugh for no one else. When I'm away, she puts her makeup on the shelf. When I'm away, she never leaves the house. I want a girl who laughs for no one else. My girl's got eyeballs in the back of her head. She looks around and around, you know it makes me sad to see her like that. Please don't believe her. She says that for anyone. And if you see her, tell her it's a hey. Oh my god, it hurts my ring finger so bad because it's all cut open from biting it. I want a girl who will laugh for no one else. When I'm away, she puts her makeup on the shelf. When I'm away, she never leaves the house. I want a girl who laughs for no one else. That's pretty much the song. Oh, jeez. That's a new one. Never sang that one before. Georgia. You take your car to work. It's two and down a half step. You take your car to work. I'll take my boat Yeah, they got tuned down a half step. Yeah, that's from Weezer's. I'm pretty sure it's off the Blue album. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a Weezer song. No One Else by Weezer. I don't know where I heard it, but I've known it for a long time. I don't know that whole. I know that whole album. It's just something you listen to when you're a kid. It's kind of like the same time as Nirvana. You know, like when I was like 10, listen to Weezer, Nirvana. No One Else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's off the Blue album, which is like Weezer's most well-known record. It's like definitely a. I don't know how many people know it though. They have like a live version of it that I heard first. I think I heard the live version first. There's like an acoustic unplugged, Weezer unplugged of them singing it. They chose, and it's a good song. It sounds a lot better when they do it that way. The one on the record is like all electric and stuff. You said a strange song. Yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting one. No One Else. Yeah, I know that one. I used to listen to that a lot. I listened to that whole record when I was a kid. Like I was trying to play Surf Wax America. That's probably my favorite song off that record. Um, you're making me think of that whole record. I actually knew every song on that record. A lot of Weezer songs are riffs though, more so than chords. They have a lot of they're a very riff band. You'll notice that. This was actually my favorite song. I used to listen to this when I was 14. I actually saw Weezer here in Maine when I was like 10, here in Portland. We were on vacation here, and we saw him in like basically the Marin, like where the boats are and stuff in Portland. But yeah, so you need a capo for this one too. Oh yeah, so this whole record is tuned down a half step. The only reason I was able to do No One Else is because there's an acoustic version of it. Yeah, so you got to tune down a half step if you want to play this record. The whole record is tuned down. I mean, honestly, I don't even remember how this song goes. I've got the Dungeon Master's Guide. I've got a 12-sided die. I've got Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler too, waiting there for me. Yes, I do. I do. I've got posters on the wall. My favorite rock group, Kiss. I've got Ace Frehley. I've got Peter Criss waiting there for me. Yes, I do. I do. In the garage, I feel safe. No one cares about my ways. In the garage, I belong. hears me sing this song in the garage. Yeah, it's a very like down, sad song, but that was my favorite song off the record. I used to listen to this one a lot. I've got an electric guitar. I play my stupid songs. I write these stupid words, and I love everyone waiting there for me. Yes, I do. I do. In the garage, I feel safe. No one cares about my ways. In the garage, where I belong, no one hears me sing this song. In the garage, in the garage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's always my favorite song off the record. My other favorite song off the record is probably Surf Wax America. Going surfing cause I don't like the phase. I'm bailing out because I hate the race. I never knew these were the words. I always just made up my own words because I can't understand anything he's saying. I'm wrestling run around and round in the maze. I'm going surfing. I'm going surfing. You take your car to work. I'll take my board. And when you're out of fuel, I'm still afloat. Yeah, it's always my favorite song. Well, yeah, in the garage, and then this one. I like this one a lot. Surf Wax America. It's a very cool riff. Yeah, the whole album has good riffs on it. My buddies and their homies all come along. They seem invincible as they surf along. The sea is rolling like 1,000 pound K. I'm going surfing. We're going surfing. You take your car to work. I'll take my board. And when you're out of fuel, I'm still afloat. What I like about this song is that like it messes with my mind. Well, one, I can't understand any of the words, and two, like it makes me think of so many different things when listening to him sing it. All along the undertow, strengthening its hold. I never thought it'd come to this. Now I can never go home. All along the undertow, strengthening its hold. I never thought it'd come to this. Now I can never go home. That's the only record I like from Weezer. I won't listen to any of their other music. It's all garbage, in my opinion. But their first record is pretty good. Well, track list. Like yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the band. Just that one record, you know. If they like didn't make any more after that, they would be a lot better. Everything after that is kind of ass. Pretty much every song on the record I liked. I'm looking at the track list of the Blue Album right now. It's My Name is Jonas, No One Else. I knew it was the second track, No One Else. The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. Buddy Holly, Undone, the sweater song. Surf Wax America. I just sang Surf Wax America. Say It Ain't So. In the Garage. Holiday, which I do know that one. I like that song when I was a kid. It's kind of a weird song, but I liked it. And then Only in Dreams. Yeah. Yeah, I like pretty much every song on the record. It's pretty good. Also, I'd say that album cover is kind of a famous meme. You know, the four guys standing on the front of it. But and what else? What else can we play in drop tuning? What else can we play? We can play probably most Van Halen songs. Van Halen is mostly in drop tuning. Yeah. How much do they listen to Van Halen in Europe, Ola? I feel like it's more of an American thing. Do you even know who Van Halen is? Yeah, Van Halen's one of the best. Definitely, out of all popular music, they're like up there, at least in the top 3 or 5 ever. Their music is actually good. Every record, I like every Van Halen record. Van Halen 2 was always my favorite, but Diver Down, Women and Children First, they're all great. Every Van Halen record has just great songs on it. I can name a song that I like that I love from every record. Fair Warning, my favorite song on Fair Warning would be Hear About It Later. But that's a lot of good songs. Unchained, which I like to play because that's in drop C sharp tuning. One of the only songs I think I know that's in that tuning. Very fun riff. Very fun riff to play. Yeah. Diver Down, I pretty much like every song off that record. Um, every song on the record is amazing. Van Halen 2, I like every song off Van Halen 2. Van Halen 1, of course. Yeah. Like I said, I don't feel like they know Van Halen in Europe. I don't know why I have that feeling. I just do. Like I feel like no one in Europe will listen to them. Like it's an American thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Van Halen's the best. But the thing is that like they kind of, were like rock stars and stuff. I guess. Well, it went out fast. Like all their records that are amazing, like some of the best fucking records in popular music ever. They all came out in a very short time span, from 1978 when they released Van Halen 1 until 1984. So 6 years, they released like 5 or 6 records every year. They were releasing a record, and they were all like great. If you could appreciate Van Halen, every single record had lots of good songs on it. Van Halen too, I like every single song on the record. Diver Down, and like they did weird stuff. I don't know. They're really good. They're really good. That's one of the few types of fans I understand is Van Halen fans. But yeah, a lot of people who are like drunk and like drug people are fans of Van Halen. But there's all sorts of different fans of it, you know, because they're kind of known for that, like being crazy. They're crazy, like high energy, like loud, and like yelling and jumping and dancing, stuff like that. That's how like yeah. Yeah, Van Halen's awesome. I listen to them a lot. I like Van Halen. But yeah, after 1984, like the singer of the band, David Lee Roth, he was a very important member of the band. David Lee Roth. He sang on all the records from the first album until 1984, and then after 1984, they got a new singer. His name was Sammy Hagar. You may or may not have heard of him. In the U.S., quite people usually know Sammy, especially older people. Not many younger people, but older people know who Sammy Hagar is. He was the second singer for Van Halen, and a lot of people say they didn't really listen to Van Halen after that. After Sammy Hagar joined, like they were done. No more Van Halen. Um, yeah, and I don't really like much. I don't really like anything that Sammy Hagar did with Van Halen. I do like Sammy Hagar though, which is funny because he has a band called Chicken Foot. He was the singer. Joe Satriani was the guitar player, and I love Joe Satriani. I've seen him multiple times. And Michael Anthony, the bassist for Van Halen, was the bass. Chicken Foot, that's one of my favorite albums, Chicken Foot 3. So I don't have anything against Sammy Hagar. I don't like his music with Van Halen. I don't really like his solo career either. Like his popular song, Allah, it's called like I Can't Drive 55, and it's about how he got a speeding ticket. That's what Sammy Hagar's like most famous song that they play on the radio is about. I don't know, like they don't really play anything else from him. But his most famous song goes, I can't drive 55. Like, yeah, that's it. It's about how he got a speeding ticket. Like, it's kind of silly. Their music tends to, Van Halen and Sammy Hagar, their music tends to be like kind of stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Early Van Halen is definitely different, though. I think you'd like. I don't know how you can't like early Van Halen. I like every song off Van Halen 2, Van Halen 1. They're just they're hilarious. They're great at music. I love Van Halen. I even like because David Lee Roth came back with them and they did one record. It was called A Different Kind of Truth, released in 2012, and I like that record too. That record has like at least 5 or 6 songs that I like on it a lot, and that came out in 2012. So that's pretty crazy. Well, like, what song did you listen to, Allah? Because see, in the U.S. you can't avoid Van Halen, especially like maybe now you can, but like when I was a kid, and like when I was like throughout the 90s and the 80s and the 2000s, Van Halen is everywhere. Every radio, everyone listens to them. Everyone listened to Van Halen in high school. Like everyone listened to it. So that's the thing. You can't avoid it. It's different for you because like apparently it's not like that in your country. Like everyone doesn't listen to Van Halen. But in the US, in like ever since the 80s, like everyone listened to it. All the guys, like you just hear it everywhere. They'll listen to it in high school. I met a lot of these guys who are like in their 60s now, usually, or potentially their 50s. Some people in their 50s, and like they were around when these records were huge and they were coming out and stuff, and they were in high school or whatever. Everyone listened to it. Yeah, they were pretty big in the U.S. Like I said, I just don't know. I don't know about Europe. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I always like Van Halen. Well, it's like they're just like the most rock band ever, Like people say like Led Zeppelin or something, and it's like no, Van Halen is like the better version of Led Zeppelin, 100%, 100%. Like everything about Van Halen is better. I just gotta say it. I like Van Halen way more than I like Led Zeppelin. It's not even close. To be fair, I'm not like the hugest Led Zeppelin fan, as Marshall proved. He knows a lot more songs. There's a lot bigger Led Zeppelin fans than me. Van Halen, though, I know pretty much every song they've ever made. Yeah, well, at least during the David Lee Roth. I don't really know much of the Sammy Hagar music. I listened to it a lot as a kid. I always listened to Van Halen. Mm-mm-mm. Is this a snare turn? Oh, it is. Here I am, man of the world. I need is a beautiful girl. So I guess it is in standard tuning. Yeah, let's try to turn it up to standard tuning. Wait, so what? But what song did you listen to on Van Halen 2 all of? Because there's a reason I like Van Halen 2. It's not most people's favorite record. It's the one I like because I listened to it so much when I was a child. Like my dad was always playing Van Halen 2, but he played other records too. I just remember all the songs playing Call of Duty, Black Ops. Like for me, it's just memories. So like for you, Van Halen 2 is probably like not most people's favorite. You know, there's not really any hit songs on it. I mean, the only hit song on it would be like Beautiful Girls, what I was just singing a little bit. Beautiful Girls and Dance the Night Away. They play that on the radio a lot, but I don't really like that's like probably one of the worst songs on the record. Spanish Fly. Spanish Fly is probably the first song I heard on the record. It's a very cool song. It's only about 50 seconds long, or like a minute and 20 seconds. Spanish Fly is a really cool song. And that's a big thing all about Van Halen is that like they have David Lee Roth, right? So they have singing and stuff, but Van Halen is also very much like a musical band. Like hence the name Van Halen, right? That's the name of the guitar player and the drummer because they're brothers, Eddie Van Halen and Alex Van Halen. So they're a musical band, and like they do a lot of gags and stuff, like funny stuff. But like they do things in music like it's supposed to like kind of like make you go like wow, like I've never heard something like this before. And if you listen to any one of their records, you'll see what that means. Like Van Halen 2, it would be like Spanish Fly. Spanish Fly is like you've never heard something like this before in like mainstream music. Spanish Fly, or like on Diver Down, it would have been Cathedral. Cathedral. Um they always have a song like it's just trying to like impress you with what Eddie is doing on his guitar. On Van Halen 1, it would have been Eruption, which a lot of people know that song. Eruption from Van Halen 1. But yeah, they pretty much have everything. That's why I like their records. It covers like so much ground. It covers like everything. And they do it better than anyone else, in my opinion, of their time period. Like it doesn't just sound like mass produced slop, in my opinion. It sounds like kind of original. I don't know. Or like at least interesting. When I listen to most of the bands from the 70s and 80s of the US, like I think like this is just mass produced garbage. You can hear boomers listening to it still now and they love it, but it doesn't sound like that to me. Like bands like Foreigner, you're as cold as ice. I hate Foreigner and like just mass produced radio garbage. You know, you could say Van Halen is that too, but I don't know. I like them. They're a lot different. Oh, you know that song? Yeah, yeah. Foreigner. They all their songs are about like having sex. Like they're so obnoxious. You know. What's the other ones? I mean, yeah, there's that one. You're as cold as ice. That's probably but they play it all the time here in the U.S. Oh, from a commercial, exactly, exactly. Like they're shit. They're trash. They're trash. The other one's I'm hot blooded. Check and see. They play that's on GTA. You hear that everywhere. I've got a fever of 103. So come on, baby, won't you get up and dance? Like their song, I hate their music. It's for old people. Like when I listen to Foreigner, just like you said, I picture like an old person taking some like heart medication, and they're like listening to Foreigner. Like I don't like it. It's like ass. Yeah, hot blooded, and there's other ones too. They play them, drunk people and idiots. But I guess drunk people and idiots like Van Halen too. So I don't know. No, Van Halen's awesome. I like every song off 1984. I mean, oh, you were supposed to listen to the wrong songs, okay? You got like Hot for Teacher. That's off of Van Halen. When you're a kid and you learn there's a song called Hot for Teacher and you hear it, it's like unbelievable. I mean, the whole thing is just hilarious. You can watch the music video for it too if you'd like, because they always have music videos. That was during the MTV era, so they got music videos at that point, 1984. Yeah, that's literally the name of the record. That was Van Halen's last record with David Lee Roth. It's called 1984. You may have seen it before. It's a pretty famous album cover. It's like a baby. It's a baby with angel wings, and like he has a cigarette. Like he has a box of cigarettes or something. It's called 1984. And you've definitely heard songs off 1984, like a lot of hits, like "Jump." "Jump" is off 1984. Probably one of Van Halen's most famous songs. "Jump." And then "Panama." "Panama" is also off 1984, and "Hot for Teacher." And but I like the other songs of the record too. Like there's what's it? I'll wait. I'll wait. That's another song off that record. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean Van Halen 2 was like probably the most like critically unsuccessful record, you know, commercially unsuccessful. Even though they still did play it on the radio, just because it's Van Halen, they still do play it. They play "Beautiful Girls" and "Dance the Night Away." They don't play any of the other songs. Yeah, I don't know what song you listen to exactly, Aldo. I don't know what song you listen to, so yeah. All their records are hilarious though. I mean, Van Halen 1, that was their debut album. That was Right, that was probably their most successful. It was their debut out or their most memorable. There's Van Halen 1 and then 1984. Those are like their two biggest records, I'd say. Van Halen 1 in 1984. Coincidentally or not, the first and last record of the time period with David Lee Roth. Everything else was like in the middle. Van Halen 2, Women and Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down. All the hit songs are off Van Halen 1. And yeah, there you go. You know, Jump. Yeah, I bet they play that everywhere, including Europe. Pretty popular. They play like sports games and like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is super popular. Yeah, Eddie wrote that little synth riff because synth, you know, is becoming very, very popular in that time period in the 80s. Just look at Rush for to see what I mean. But yeah, synth was becoming very popular, and yeah, it's like the only Van Halen song like that. You know, it's like they were known for like writing these like hard rock, like you know David Lee Roth, like Led Zeppelin type of music, and then they released that Jump. It's kind of different, you know, more pop music. They covered a song that you may or may not know. There's a song called "Pretty Woman." Pretty Woman. It's in a lot of movies. It's a movie, I think. It's called Pretty Woman. It has the song in it. I feel like I've seen it. It's also in like a Dumb and Dumber movie. It's in one of those Jim Carrey movies. I don't know how popular those are in Europe, but in America, those were popular movies. Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey. Yeah, Pretty Woman. It was in one of those. It was in one of Jim Carrey's movies. So they play it in the movies a lot. But anyways, Pretty Woman. It's like a song from the 50s by a guy named Roy Orbison. And Van Halen did a cover of that on Diver Down. That's pretty good. Pretty woman walking down the street. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. So in one aspect, you know, listening to Van Halen is kind of similar to listening to Rush. Okay, in one aspect, in the aspect that you mainly listen to Van Halen for the music. You know, unless you find the singing good or hilarious, the main reason you listen to Van Halen is because you like guitar. Okay, you'll notice that about me, right? What music do I like? It's music that's musical and guitar. I like Van Halen. I like Joe Satriani. I do like funny words and stuff, but I mostly, I'm not like my mom is completely different. Like she likes singing. She likes singing. That's why I like she listens to the type of music she does, like because she likes who the singer is. So it just makes such a difference, in like what type of music you're going to listen to, and what you'll like, and like you'll think is garbage. Like I notice, like there's a lot of people like that. They think something like Roger Van Halen is garbage. That's because they don't listen to music. They listen to singing. It's like what the hell? I just can't even imagine that. The reason I listen to music is music. Very rarely singing. I don't really give a shit about that. I mean, yeah, just look. I mean, Rush is the key. Like, that's to show you what type I like. I prefer if there's no words. That's why I like Rush so much. Because they release 20-minute songs with no words in them. Like Sing Us X. Well, okay, these all have words. Sing Us X1 Book 2 Hemispheres does have words. But it's not for people who like singing. I mean, Gay, he gets a crazy high vocal range on those 70s riffs, or on those 70s records. Like Sing Us X1 Book 2 Hemispheres, Xanadu. You listen to that if you like music, the guitar. I love that record. A Farewell to Kings, Hemispheres. But yeah, never get into Rush. That's the best music ever. Xanadu. Sing Us X1 Book 2 Hemispheres. 2112. I listen to that every day. I can listen to like 2112 anytime. I'm talking about the first side of the record. I could also listen to the second side of the record any day. It's just I listen to the first side. Like that's what I actually have downloaded on my computer. 2112 first side of the record. Yeah. I can listen to pretty much any Rush song all the time from any time period. Working Man. That's from the first record. Christ of Steel, Farewell to Kings, Hold Your Fire, Test, like Roll the Bones. I can listen to any Rush, anything. There you go. You listen to the whole record of Dark Side of the Moon. So I mean, yeah, that's obviously it's not like the same as Rush or Van Halen because Rush and Van Halen came after Pink Floyd, really. The Wall actually came out around the exact same time period as Van Halen and Rush, but A Dark Side of the Moon. No, it's a great record. Yeah. I wish I knew more about it. Like I was never a massive fan of Pink Floyd and stuff, and I wish like I knew more people or something. I knew more stories about Pink Floyd, especially that early record. That's what I'm most interested in. Dark Side of the Moon. Pretty cool. Yeah, it wasn't until I did LSD that I even considered listening to that. Yeah. Before that, I just liked Rush and Joe Satriani a lot. I was also not a fan. Oh, this is the best music of the ever. Like this is the best music of that century. I was not a fan. That's okay. I'm used to hearing that from women, like my mom and stuff. You can't listen to real music. But yeah, no, I don't need to insult you. You say it has a trippy feel to it. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I noticed that too. The first time I ever heard Pink Floyd was when I was a kid, or like 10. Well, that I remember, anyways. It was Comfortably Numb. I always remember Comfortably Numb as the first song I ever heard from Pink Floyd. Pretty much everybody knows that song, right? Like, you obviously know that song. It's Off the Wall. And, yeah. Like, I always associated them with drugs. Whenever I thought of Pink Floyd, I thought drugs. But now, like, I hear it a lot differently. I mostly just think of, like, nature and stuff. Well, Dark Side of the Moon is a very nature record. Being outside and stuff. A lot of tradesmen listen to Pink Floyd, at least in my area. A lot of the guys I work with, they like to play like Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall, and that they'll just have that playing like all day while they're working. I've had that happen a lot. Actually, most job sites I've worked at, that's what the white guys listen to. The Hispanic guys, you never know. Like they listen to anything. But the white guys, it's usually Pink Floyd, some other classic rock, or metal. Some of them like metal, like Marshall and stuff. It's like I don't understand those people. Like they like you said, like Gojira. Nick, oh, it's not good. That's not good. I'll never like that. Like I don't even. I'll just put in my earplugs. I don't want to listen to like screaming shit. I don't like that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Ooh! Trippy feel. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Pink Floyd's music is like it always has this like eerie, calm feeling. Oh, here you go. At least it didn't hurt me, but yeah, the E string just snapped. Second time this happened on stream. Yeah, I mean these strings are super duper old, I suppose. I don't really change them, so get that fixed. Yeah, I mean I think some people can. Yeah, you said it has a trippy feel to it. Yeah, it definitely does. I agree. But unfortunately, like that sort of an idea kind of kept me from listening to it, from associating it with certain things that I wouldn't listen to. But then, like, after I listened to it, I realized how, like, a lot of their music is actually, like, very, can you play songs? Yes. Yeah, the answer is yes. But, but I realized how important their music is. And the more older I got, and, like, as an adult and stuff, I realized every year, I realized how it was actually important music, and it was like hidden. A lot of important things are hidden from people, and even though it's really popular and like everyone knows it and stuff, I'm not saying it's hidden from people, but yeah, I'm saying like it has a lot of important messages in it, even if it is trippy and maybe they were on lots of drugs, who knows? But it has a lot of really good messages in it that you actually don't hear in really any other type of music. And Pink Floyd says things in such a calm way. Well, yeah, that it has messages for everyone, I think, but especially for men and for women. Okay, I don't think it has anything to do for everyone. As messages for everyone. I mean, if you watch you said you've watched the Wall movie, so you can kind of see what Roger Waters, a lot of his stuff is about, and that was basically Roger Waters' project. The movie, was. And like you don't see many groups who will like say the sort of things that Pink Floyd will say. They'll say it in like a mediocre way that they don't mean, but Pink Floyd, released these records that are like I'll just get to the point about it. It's the things that Roger Waters says about war and about mostly about that always get me. Like I'm like it's an important message that you can remember for the rest of your life. Because it's so easy for like people to get convinced that like there's something good about being in a war, like hurting people. And the Pink Floyd music, I think, really, has a great message about that. Whether it's Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall, because they both have themes about that. They're both great records. But The Wall in particular is the one that probably like directly addresses these things. You have songs like Goodbye Blue Sky. I don't know if you've seen the music video for that. The music video for Goodbye Blue Sky. It has like a visualizer music video that's like really cool, really good. Very short song. It's like 2 minutes long. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Dark Side of the Moon, the first song that I listened to myself off that record would have been the last two songs on the record, which you hear me play quite a bit on stream. Brain Damage and Eclipse. Those are the two last songs. And yeah, I listened to them on LSD 100%. The first time I took LSD and I was like convinced that I was, never going to be alive again. I'm convinced that I'm gone. Like there's no more life anymore. Or, I'm moving on to whatever's next, basically. And that's when I listened to those two songs for the first time, Brain Damage, Eclipse. And yeah. What happened after I decided? Well, like it's not really a decision. It all feels very forced. I mean, now I understand. Well, roughly, yeah, I can say I understand what happened, but yeah, it's forced. Like it's not really much of a decision. But yeah, I guess you're okay. You could say you're right. You're coerced, and then yeah, after you decide to move on, physically, nothing. What feelings or thoughts? Okay, that's a better question. More specific. Because like I didn't know if you meant like what happened in terms of like physically. Yeah, physically nothing happened because that's like how LSD is. Nothing really happens physically. It's not really physical unless like you do something. Like if you like smear poop on your face or you're on acid, then that's what's gonna happen, right? That's physical. But feelings? Oh yeah, it's terrible. Like just tremendous, every bad feeling you can imagine. Like so bad, so bad. Yeah, you have fucking crazy experiences. It's so bad. It's terrible. I know, like I'm smiling because like that doesn't show, but it's terrible. Oh man. Like, well, if we're simulating the life review, then you just feel very guilty. Like just all this artificial guilt. Like ton, like tremendous levels of guilt, and they put it. You're basically in this TV screen area. But see, this was before. This was before I listened to Pink Floyd. Still, I listened to the Pink Floyd like after. Yeah, that was after. It was like probably like 5 or 6 a.m. So I was long past all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the time frame and stuff. Yeah, I think you were misled a bit because I said like I listened to Pink Floyd when I was like when um I was like I decided whatever I said. But the truth is that I actually listened to Pink Floyd after that. I think it was after, probably like 5 or 6 a.m. It's probably being recommended to me on YouTube or something. I was tripping balls. Because you know I had an iPhone stuff, and obviously it hears everything, just like every technology. And it probably knew that I was tripping balls, so it gave me the Pink Floyd. Yeah, I remember listening to it like at like 5:30, 6 a.m. But yeah, now like I don't really associate their music with like that. You can, I think a lot of people do, but I associate it more now with like nature, like I said. You know, I think it always reminds me like the sun coming up whenever I listen to Dark Side of the Moon in particular. Here I am, ain't no man of the world, no. All I need is a beautiful girl. Oh yeah, beautiful girl. You know what's weird? It actually sounds like it is tuned down a half step. I don't know. I listen to the record. Here I am, ain't no man of the world, no. Maybe it's just because I'm not singing it right. I mean, like, listen to Hot for Teacher, all the riff on Hot for Teacher is insane. Like all the guitar people who play guitar, like you have like huge levels of respect for the Van Halen because like he just plays such cool stuff. You know, they're so cool. Like Hot for Teacher, that the opening is so cool. Like that riff is so crazy, especially on guitar. On Guitar Hero, it was one of the hardest fucking riffs to play. It was crazy. But yeah, on real guitar, it's pretty hard too. The stream might start lagging because I had to plug my computer in. It might start lagging. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like it's like. Um. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh jeez. Here. Oh jeez. Yeah, it might be like the end. It might be. It's pretty much all it's bit. It's all it's. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh my god. I'm so fucking full of sweat. Oh, oh, oh my god. The lag is crazy. Bro, why do I look huge from this angle? Um, my girl's got a big mouth with which she gobbles a lot. She laughs at most everything, whether it's funny or not. And if you see her, tell her it's over now. This one hurts my ring finger so bad because of all, you know why. Because like it keeps hitting where I bite it. It hurts so bad. I want a girl who will laugh for no one else. When I'm away, she puts her makeup on the shelf. When I'm away, she never leaves the house. I want a girl who laughs for no one else. Okay, so it's actually working? Wait, no, you said sounds strange. Sounds strange. Well, you should go listen to the song, Ala. Listen to the acoustic version. Either one, but the acoustic one is a lot better. Like, it sounds more like what I'm doing. My girl's got eyeballs. Yeah, apparently the first line I was singing, I'm seeing the lyrics differently, right? It's according to this lyrics, it's My girl's got a big mouth with which she blabbers a lot. See, I thought he was saying gobbles a lot, and that's way funnier than blabbers. My girl's got a big mouth with which she gobbles a lot. Like that's what I always heard when I was a kid. But so that's how I sing it. That's a lot funnier. My girl's got eyeballs in the back of her head. She looks around and around, you know it makes me sad to see her like that. Please don't believe her. She says that for anyone. And if you see her, tell her it's a hey. I want a girl who will laugh for no one else. When I'm away, she puts her makeup on the shelf. When I'm away, she never leaves the I want a girl who laughs for no one else. No one else, yeah. Yeah, no, I like the gobble. It's pretty funny. With which she gobbles a lot. I mean, that opening line is like probably the most hilarious thing you ever heard. Like, my girl's got a big mouth with which she gobbles a lot. That's just funny. That's pretty hilarious. But yeah, obviously the guy singing the song sounds pretty sad. You know, like he's dealing with some problems. My girl's got a big mouth with which she gobbles a lot. She laughs at most everything, whether it's funny or not. Yeah, this deodorant from Jab Aroma. I've used Jab Aroma for the last year and a half now, since 2025. I've never had this one before. It's called Toasted Espresso. Well, the guy who sings it, all he kind of sounds like he's trolling too. Okay, he kind of does too. That's like it has that vibe, but he also sounds sad. It's kind of like a mix. You have to listen to it to see what it sounds like. Yeah. I think it sounds like what I'm doing a little bit. Sounds because it's acoustic. You listen to the acoustic one. Yeah, Toasted Espresso. This is crazy. Like I just opened it today. I've had it for like a few, maybe 3 or 4 months, and it smells like just like a fucking like just like a coffee. It smells just like a coffee. Like even like a very strong coffee. Like this is like a coffee ice cream. So it's very interesting. I have it under my arms right now, and yeah, it's very strong. This is like probably one of the strongest Jab Aroma scents I've had. Toasted espresso. They're all pretty strong, but I mean, only had the whole thing about Jab Aroma. What's really good. I love Jab Aroma. I use it for everything, but it only has 5 ingredients. I guess that's what the big thing about Jab Aroma. It has the ingredients are shea butter, almond oil, magnesium hydroxide. Which yeah, that's pretty. That's in a lot. That's a good one in deodorants. Magnesium hydroxide. And so shea butter, almond oil, magnesium hydroxide, essential oils. And that's how he gives these the scent. That's how he gives the scent to them. And tapioca starch. Those are the 5 ingredients in every single Jab Aroma. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Jab Aroma. I wouldn't use anything. I definitely wouldn't buy anything from a store. I always get it from Jab Aroma. He's this guy in Georgia. He has a YouTube channel. That's how. He's a YouTube channel. I've known about it all this since like Like I said, about a year and a half ago. I've been using his stuff ever since then. It's the only stuff I use. And yes, you never like it. Always smells like unbelievable. You know, Jabroma works very well. And people say it's like expensive stuff, but I don't know. I feel like it's the best solution. Like if you never want to smell and stuff, and obviously I don't take any showers ever, so yeah. So yeah, Jabroma is the best. It's crazy. It smells like just like I've never had this one before. Oh my god, it's toasted espresso is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy like a monkey. I mean, the guy who makes it is black, so I can't really say crazy like a monkey. No, I'm kidding. I can say crazy like a monkey no matter what. It doesn't matter the white or black, because I'm a monkey. Okay, it doesn't. It's not anything having to do with skin color. Crazy like a monkey. Let's be funky. I'm feeling okay, and life finds its way. It's nature's song. You feel from the heart, you can't go wrong. Get it along. Way back in the flow. You go. Yeah, this is the only one I ever buy. I never get anything else. Like everything else sucks ass. I never buy like a deodorant stick or anything. It sucks compared to Jabaroma whipped deodorant. Sorry, I'm not putting it close enough to see. Whipped deodorant. It's way better. And if you use it correctly, it will last you as long as you like. It can last the whole 6 months if you want, or a year. I would never buy any fucking stick of deodorant. Stuff sucks. I hate deodorant stick. Ever since the last year and a half that I've used Jabaroma, I don't want to use anything else. Jabaroma is the best. Like it works so much. It's way better. I hate deodorant sticks. Never used that in my entire life. Well, I never will. I did when I was young, when I was a teenager and stuff, but until last year when I found Jabaroma. Jabaroma! Look at that toasted espresso. This one is crazy, all. I wanted you to smell. Smell it. Yeah, Jabaroma is crazy. Especially this one. This is the craziest scent I've ever. I've had a lot of Jabaroma, but I've never gotten toasted espresso before. I've had like at least six of them in the last year and a half. Right? I had Berry Bliss. That was probably the worst one. It was one of the first ones I got. Berry Bliss. Obsidian was also the other one I got first. Obsidian's really good. Obsidian's really good. I think I've had two of those. It's the only one that I've had two of. Obsidian is crazy. Toasted espresso though, this is so interesting. Like this is crazy. Wow, I'm so happy I'm on this one now. I've had Your Majesty. This is like it's a newer one. I haven't had Heart of Rose yet as like his newest one. There's a bunch of others. He has so many scents. Like I haven't had all of them. I've had Citrus Rain. I had Citrus Rain and Tropical Bloom. Those are like orange ones. Those are orange ones that like smell like you're an orange. Yeah, those ones are crazy. This is probably my least favorite, but they do have like an orange smell to them. Very, but it's not really like that one either. Pine Aroma. I liked Pine Aroma. That one had a really good Pine Aroma. It smelled like a pine tree. Pine Aroma was really good. Your Majesty, yeah, it's pretty good. I got that because like he had a big deal on it, so I guess why I got Your Majesty. It's pretty good. Comes with the hair, the spray, and everything. On the body butter too, so it was a good deal. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Is there any others that I've tried? There must be. There must be one that I'm forgetting. Let me look at the Jabroma website real quick. Man, I love Jabroma. He just got a CDL today. CDL Class A with hazmat endorsement, which is pretty cool. I was like, what's a CDL? CDL in the U.S. commercial driver's license. It's a Class A and a Class B. Most people take the Class A because Class A means you can drive big trucks, like what's in front of me right now. Like you can drive like a big basically any truck, right? That like a Walmart truck. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like a freight truck. That's what it's for. So that's what CDL Class A is for. Class B is for like garbage trucks, right? You want to drive like a garbage truck or a school bus or some other such class. The thing is that like if you get a Class A, you can also drive the Class B vehicle. So most people just get the Class A, but it's also harder to get. Yeah, kind of confused. I don't know. I don't have a CDL, so I can't tell you. Like, we need to talk about it. We don't need to. But I was gonna say to you all that when you live in your car in the U.S., you hear you should get your CDL so that because that's how these truck drivers live. You know, some of them it's called would they sleep in the truck. You know, people say that, and like it's not a terrible idea. You know, for someone who wants to do that. I but yeah, for me, yeah, definitely not right now. Who knows? Maybe someday, but probably not. I don't really want to be driving trucks right now. You know, plus I don't want to drive a huge truck. You know, that's like a fucking nightmare. Even if I'm sleeping in it or whatever, like just and yeah, trucking just every aspect does not seem like a good. You know, I don't really like anything about it. Yeah, but yeah, you hear that a lot. I just wanted to bring that up. You hear that a lot when you're living in a car. They're like, oh, you should get the CDL. I think it's a kind of like an overrated thing. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's a trap in a way, but I won't get into it too much. You know, keep my regular driving license that I got when I was 16. I'm never going to need to take another test, right? I need to take another test until like I'm maybe 80. Maybe they'll like force me to. So you get the point. I like that. I like not having to take any tests. Just like let's not fuck with it. If you get what I'm saying. It might not make sense, but to me, but yeah, just keep it the way it is. I don't need to drive trucks. Deal all of like like if you're driving a big truck, I think it's harder. Jabberoma. I want to see if there's any that I don't remember. Yeah, I got both of those: citrus rain and tropical bloom. I got pine aroma, obsidian, berry bliss, knife toasted espresso, and your majesty. Is there one I'm not remembering? Yeah, he has more that I haven't gotten. Gotten Forest Fog, Firewood, Zen Retreat, Autumn Dream, Cuddles. Yeah, yeah. I was actually gonna. Yeah, so those are all the scents I haven't. Basically, had like half of them now. At this point, I've had about half of Jabroma's scents. It's lagging. Okay, it should be because I was loading the Jabberoma level. I felt like I was speaking German. You know, website. Websaw Zig Cuddles. Yeah, that's where that's why I want to get that one. I like the ones that are like the most basic, you know. Cuddles. Yeah, I mean you can go to the website. I'm not gonna load it again because it'll crash the stream, but I do remember actually because I just read it. It said for the ones you love. It's like it has a picture of like a blue teddy bear and a pink teddy bear on the cover. You know, like how this one has like coffee on it, toasted espresso. That one had like pink and blue bears on it, and it said for the ones you love, and it was like gentle. It said like hints of chamomile and lavender, and you know, it's like I guess one that's marketed more for kids. All those other scents are marketed more for teens and adults, I guess. But obviously, but it's all safe for anyone. I think you can use it on anyone. The ingredients are safe for kids and adults. Because he talked about that before. Well, that was mainly for his Zap aroma. Because he has a thing called Zap aroma, which I have. It works. And it's mainly like eucalyptus oil and stuff. It's like this, but it's bigger and it smells really strong. Like, yeah, like, what shit like that? I forget what yeah, and it makes it so the mosquitoes don't land on you. It's like almost like bug spray. Well, it's like it doesn't have any bad ingredients in it, just like essential oils, just like this, and it works. You know, if I go in the woods, it works. Yeah, I mean, those are my favorite types. Usually, all of anything is the unscented. You know, it's definitely better for me when I wear like unscented stuff. But you know, Javaroma is fun. This one is going to be wild. This one is going to be wild. Toasted espresso. But you're right. I should use Cuddles. I should use Cuddles. The one against mosquitoes is called Zaparoma. He also has a one that's a sunscreen called Solaroma, but I've never gotten that one. I didn't need that. But the Zaparoma, yeah, I got that a long time ago, back when I first found out, like way back in 2025, in the beginning of the year, probably. I got Zaparoma. Zaparoma. He has kind of a big YouTube channel. He's on YouTube. His YouTube channel is called Nature Jab. Two words. Nature Jab. Oh, looks like my stream is glitchy. At Nature Jab. That's his YouTube. Yeah, he just got a CDL today. His whole thing is about how like he turns plastic into fuel. You can look into it if it's anything that you're interested in. But that's his whole thing. He calls it plastiline, and he does a lot of like demonstrations throughout the U.S. He's in the South, so mostly in the South, and he like runs cars and generators and shit off of plastic waste. The point is that like he's saying that we don't need to use like oil and stuff, right? The way we do in the US and all countries, right? Where like you get oil from like whatever country you get it from and then like you crude oil, right? He's saying that we don't need to do that. We can just take all the plastic waste we have and convert it into fuel. For a process, the process he uses is called microwave pyrolysis. You can look into all of it if it's, but yeah, that's basically what he does. Nature Jab. He also runs this like deodorant Jabaroma on the side. Jabaroma, his like deodorant company. That's all. That's what he sells. All he sells is Jabaroma deodorant, body butter, hairspray. He just made that. Zap Aroma, Soul Aroma, and he sells one other thing I'm forgetting. That's it. Yeah, that's all he sells on his website. He just makes these deodorants at Nature Jab on YouTube. Yeah, it smells so strong, like that I put it under my arm and stuff. Just a little bit, and I smell like coffee. I smell like toasted espresso. That's exactly what I smell like. Toasted espresso. It's crazy. This is crazy. All of the sun is going down. How are you? How have you not fallen asleep? Uh, oh yeah, because when we were talking about like LSD and stuff earlier, I was thinking about maybe the reason I got banned from Sweden is because I vowed a lot that I'm going to shit on the grave of what's the guy's name? Hoffman, Albert Hoffman, Alfred Hoffman, Adolf Hoffman. He's a guy who in Switzerland formulated like LSD in the 30s or sometime around then, a long time ago. I guess it's not that long ago, but yeah, his name was Hoffman. Anyways, that was his last name, and yeah, maybe that's why they banned me because I've vowed my entire ever since I did LSD, I vowed that I was going to go to his grave and. I'm just kidding. This might not have anything to do with Sweden, but maybe Switzerland because his grave is in Switzerland. It's in Basel. Okay, and yeah, 100%. I got. I mean, this is the first time I've said it in a long time, but when I'm in Switzerland, that's one of the stops is Hoffman's grave, and well, what I'll do there, oh, time. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Who knows what I'm gonna do at Hoffman's grave? Maybe I'll just look at it. Maybe I'll just walk by it. I won't even notice he's there. Or I might need to diarrhea. I might have ate Taco Bell beforehand. And I don't eat Taco Bell, but I might eat it for the first time, just in Basel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, definitely, yeah. No, but yeah, for entertainment, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna do anything to Albert Hoffman's grave. I'm not gonna do anything to it. Nothing, you know, nothing. I'll clean it up. Yeah. Yeah, because that was definitely one of my main thoughts all that time I was on LSD was like, how am I gonna hold the people accountable who like made this drug, Because I wasn't happy a lot of my time on psychedelic stuff. I wasn't happy. I was like, who made this and how do I get revenge on them? You know, I was mad. I was mad. Then you could say, well, Isaiah, you're the stupid one for taking it. Fair enough, fair enough. But I don't care. That's not. That's we're past that. We're past that. I already took it and now it's time to get revenge. Revenge. Yeah, I don't like Europeans. I really don't. Um, but you're from like Estonia. It's like it's different than like Western Europe. So like I guess you can be my friend, but I don't like Europeans. I don't like Hoffman. You know, it's just like they probably don't like Americans. We're all racist. You know, we're continentalist. Yeah, so basically, when I get to Switzerland, yeah, at least it gives me something to do. Because what the fuck else am I gonna do there? You know, besides like go for a walk. I mean, that's what I want to do at any of these places I go, especially Switzerland. Yeah, I'll go for a walk, and then I'll get to Basel because that's like yeah, it's one of the only things I do there. I'm just going to see Albert Hoffman's grave. That's definitely not his name. I keep forgetting. I don't know what his first name is. Okay, it's something with an A. It might be a German name. I don't remember. It might be Albert, but I really don't remember. His name though is Hoffman. That's his last name, Hoffman. He like this. You can read it on Wikipedia, like the story about like how he was on his bicycle or something, and like he synthesized ergot, which is like the old like LSD back what it was way back then in the before like anyone knew what it was. You know, like no one that term LSD was not a thing. It was probably coined by like Hoffman or someone later in those labs in Switzerland or whatever. I don't know. Of course, like psychedelic stuff existed, but like not LSD, I guess. I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's probably people. I don't know. I don't know. LSD is kind of confusing. I don't have much to say about it. You sabotage every place you go by doing nothing, right? I didn't actually do anything. Well, yeah, Sweden is just ridiculous. Obviously, I'm never going back there. I didn't even do anything. And honestly, the Swedish people, honestly, they all treated me fine. Okay, it's just the chess party. I know, like I put like a whole big drama, but it's just the chess party. Outside of the Avicii Arena, which is the chess party in Stockholm, out of there, like no one really cared. Yeah, I did get like when I was entering Sweden, like they were suspicious of me for some reason, but other than that, there was nothing. The hotel, obviously, the hotel, like no one gives a shit. You're just another, like no one. I could do anything, you know. Obviously, it was my first time in Europe, so I wasn't like completely free. I wasn't like, oh, like I can just like take my pants off and like take a shit. I wasn't like that, but but yeah, the hotel was fine. The hostel was like that was fine. It was only the chess party. That's the only place where there's problems. And yeah, I guess also when I was entering the country, but there wasn't really a problem. They just like stopped me in particular for like ask me questions, like see like maybe I looked weird to him. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but they let me go anyways. You know, it was like 10 minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes. It wasn't long. It was, but yeah, they did single me out for that for about 5 minutes. All these yeah Sweden cops, police officers dressed like police officers. They're like dressed like 100% police officers. All and female too. Female. Yeah, unfortunately, we have those in America too. Female police. What has the world become? All that. What has it's crazy. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising. I noticed like no, never mind, I won't say that. Yeah, no, I won't get banned. All I mean, if I pooped on Hoffman's grave in Switzerland, yeah, I'd probably get charged with something. So like that's why you got to keep it on the low, you know. And for all intents and purposes, I'm not going to do anything. Right? This is all for entertainment. If I go to Switzerland, I'm just going to follow every law. You know, I'm just gonna do everything right. Okay. If you see me on the news that I pooped on Hoffman's grave, then you know that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, fuck Hoffman. Fuck that guy. I would like Wim Hof, not Hoffman. It's his fault that he invented LSD. Okay, it's his fault. It's not my fault, Olive, that I took it. Okay, or that I anything. It's not my fault. It's it's Hoffman. It's all him. I think you understand. I think you understand it. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, when you go to sleep tonight, um, do you like stay awake because you're worried about uh you're worried about Andrew and Tristan Tate and how their safety in federal detention? Are you worried for them? Make sure before you sleep you like you worry about them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I hope they're safe though, but I'm sure they are. I'm sure they well, yeah. Federal detention in the U.S. I hope they're doing okay before they're yeah. Okay, oh, that's good to know. That's good. So until like this is all over, you won't be able to go to sleep until the Tates are found innocent, which won't happen, but probably won't happen. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. No more emergency meetings, but other than that, yeah, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. No worries.